Obasa to Sanwo-Olu, you are not superior to me in Lagos. Oh God, they will fight themselves now. Speaker Mudashiru Obasa has rebuffed threats against him and the Lagos State House of Assembly over the rejection of 19 of the 39 nominees sent to it as commissioners by Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, saying the governor is not superior to him in the realization of the Lagos project. He also rebuffed insinuations over misgivings, over the rejection of some popular former commissioners, including Professor Akin Abayomi, saying that the work of the former health commissioner in curtailing the COVID-19 epidemic must not be divorced from the entire health infrastructure in Lagos. Warning the traducers not to force him from spilling the beans on the rejected nominees. Speaker Obasa, who spoke during the section of the House on Monday, while referring to his political endurance in Lagos, said, warned those who live in glass house should be cautious not to throw stones. Now, warning the traducers not to force him from spilling the beans on the rejected nominees. Speaker Obasa, who spoke during the session of the House on Monday while referring to his political endurance in Lagos, said and warned those who live in glass house should be cautious not to throw stones. Before today, I had been reliably informed, informed of the plan to attack the speaker based on the decision of the House concerning the nominees of the governor, particularly the rejected ones. Dr. Obasa said during plenary, adding that he had been inundated with calls from people and members of the House. The Speaker stressed that the House does not have any fight with Sanwo-Olu or the executive arm as projected by some people who may not be aware of the actual reasons for the rejection of the nominees. There is this erroneous belief that we are waging war against the governor. There is no basis for me and the House to fight the governor. I will continue to say that the governor is a brother and colleague in the Lagos project and service to the people of our state. The governor and I have been around in the system for long. While he was SA to the former deputy governor, Femi Pedro, I was in his house as chairman. In this house as chairman, Committee on Rural Development. He was SA on Establishment and Pensions, and I was chairman, House Committee on Public Accounts, Local Government. So while he was heading LSDPC, I was chairman, Committee on Economic Planning and Budget. Then I became the speaker, and when he became the governor, I remained the speaker. So it's been a long journey together. But I wonder why anytime the House says no to a particular request of the governor, it is taken by some people to mean there is a fight with the governor. This House has passed so many resolutions and the executive arm refused to carry out. But people don't see that as something to talk about. And the House does not raise eyebrow. So I don't know what brings the erroneous belief that the House is fighting the governor, who is our brother and who we will continue to work with. However, we have a constitutional responsibility. Just as the governor has the responsibility to inform the House about his nominees, the House has the responsibility to say yes or no, which we have exercised by confirming some and denying some, and we have our reasons for saying no to some of the nominees. So the House, as a body, has refrained itself from exposing what it discovered during the screening. So the House itself has restrained itself from disclosing what he discovered during the screening exercise, and we are not going to be forced to spill to the public. Dr. Obasa said in referring to the fact that Governor Sanwo-Olu was not superior to him or other members of the Lagos House. Can you imagine? Concerning the rejection of Professor Akin Abayomi, former health commissioner, Obasa said considerations went beyond his efforts in the fight against COVID-19, which he described as an isolated issue in the challenged health sector of Lagos State. Before Professor Abayomi, where were Leke Payton, Dr. Jide Idris, and others? COVID-19 was an isolated case and was considered. Before COVID-19, we had Ebola, which was also taken care of under Babatunde Fashola. So beyond all this, we are the representatives of the people. Okay, their mouthpiece, eyes and ears. The health sector of Lagos is not just about COVID-19. We have general hospitals and other healthcare centers around the state. What can be said about them? Can you imagine? Before engineer Aramide Adeyoye was, we also had engineer Ganiyu Johnson and Dr. Obafemi Hamzat and Commissioner for Works, and under whom the Ikoyi Victoria Island Link Bridge was built while Babatunde Fashola was governor, under Asiwaju Bola Tinubu as governor. Okay, there was massive infrastructure development too. So what is happening now? Some are insinuating that there's a fight between the governor and the speaker of the State House of Assembly. Okay, and this is because the State House of Assembly rejected about 17 commissioner nominees that came from the executive arm, which is from the governor's office, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu. And so because he rejected them, people say that there's fight between the House, the Speaker, and the governor. Now, the Speaker, which is Dr. Obasa, is coming out to say that the governor is not superior to him. They have been colleagues, they are brothers, and they have come a long way together in governance in Lagos State. And he mentioned some of the track records, and they're coming out now to say that there are sometimes, or there were sometimes, the legislators, which are the members of the House of Assembly, made some nominations or approvals and requests to the governor, and the governor, the executive arm, refused to do anything about them or implement them. But nobody saw the need to talk about those things. But now that the governor's office has made requests and they have turned it down based on what they observed, and everybody is saying that there's fight between the speaker and the speaker of the State of Assembly and the governor. Okay, that they have restrained themselves from spilling the beans. Okay, that is disclosing what they discovered about those people they rejected during the screening exercise, and they are restrained to disclose some of those things, and they should not be pushed to release them. Now, what for this Obasa? Now, somebody is making comment here. I was a stupid man. I don't blame you when other members of the House allow you to be rotating yourself as Speaker. Why won't you not be seeing yourself as equal to governor? Why can't you try Senate election and see how popular you are? However, in Obasa, sir, you really reached the highest political maturity. Your neck full with courage and ambition, and I believe the State Assembly are with eagle eyes, okay, that sight the Sanwo-Olu vision after the second term. Yes, Obasa, sir, continue watching every move from Sanwo-Olu and be depending on the Jagaban and whatever. Can you imagine? Let the rufu begin. Yes, now. That means Obasa is already eyeing to become governor of Lagos State after now. That's what it means. Obasa is already eyeing to be governor. Let Obasa come out to tell us the goods he has done to Lagosians, a selfish leader that wanted all things to belong to him. I think it is time for Lagosians to wake up and ask him questions. They can't ask him questions. APC, yeah, Obasa, the I Lagos governor, of course. Now, what will they see be that? Obasa is already I Lagos governor. And this guy, because Lagos State governor, is going to be very brutal. I don't know why things are like this in that state. If Obasa becomes Lagos State governor, everything will be very, very brutal. And that will be very bad. So thank you for listening. And let's have a comment. This is what Obasa is saying. And these are some of the reactions from people.